Trax FM Test Drive is back! Hello there, I'm Matt Foyster. It's the feature where we test drive a brand new car for a couple of days and report back to you with all honesty. None of that brochure bump, honesty. It's the first time they've ever given me a battery powered car to test drive, so not sure what's going to... No, that's not it, that's not it. No, I'm taking the batteries out of this, just in case. What a load of mugs. People paying for petrol to put in their cars. As we know, as the smart people know, the future is not in putting petrol or diesel into your car. No, it's plugging your car in. Welcome to the brand new revolutionary Nissan Leaf battery powered electric car, if you please. Look at that. As I show you around, look for the petrol cap, because I did the first time I saw it. Yeah, you won't see it. Normally, it'd be there, wouldn't it? Petrol cap, or it'd be on that side instead, just there. But you don't get that on this. They've missed it off. What you get is a battery pack, just there. And welcome inside the Nissan Leaf. Okay, first things first, sometimes on these test drive videos you run out of things to say about the car. You know, I'm not a petrol head. I like cars, I enjoy cars, but there's a lot to say about this. If you would like to know about the science and technology, and there's a lot behind the Nissan Leaf, go and ask for Leaf Boy Tom, and all of this, hi Tom, at the Nissan garage in Doncaster. I spent an hour with him earlier where, amongst other things, he proudly told me he is the only person in the DM postcode to have trained extensively in the Nissan Leaf. He's a cracking chap. Looks a bit like Peter Kay, but not as chunky. Leaf Boy Tom, Nissan, Doncaster. Cracking fella, knows everything about the Leaf. Things like, you know, eco boosts and energy levels, and he can also tell you at what point there'll be no more petrol and diesel left in the world. He knows things like that. Welcome inside the Leaf. It's amazing. It's amazing. There is so much to do in it. For a start, I think because your left foot doesn't do anything. Okay, it's like the greatest automatic car you will ever drive. So they've put cool things in, like it's got Bluetooth in it, and you can hook up your USB, your iPod, and that kind of stuff. And it's got, look, it's just got maps on it, and so you can read and do stuff. And the sound system, I know it's not important to most people, but the sound system is brilliant inside of it, and it's got plenty of room. I mean, I was expecting something out of the Jetsons, it being electric, battery powered, but it's not. This is an actual proper car. You can get 5 decent sized adults in there who will all be transported around the community via electricity and battery. Brilliant. And when I googled it, of course, there's no gear stick. There's not going to be a gear stick because there's no petrol and no diesel, and it's all linked together, so it's all automatic and stuff. It's terrific. Shall I make it? Let's make it go. Let's make it go. Come on. Oh, it's on. Because that's the other thing. It being electric, there's no noise. There's no noise. There's no noise, and my left foot does nothing. How am I going to stay awake driving home after 4 AM start? I might have to get a friend to car share with, just for banter. Where can I get a friend? How many times do you hear people, or you yourself, moan about the state of Britain's roads, potholes, they're going to have speed bumps? Yeah. On purchasing the Nissan Leaf, you will find a whole new love and respect for the state of Britain's roads, because it's only the sound of the odd pothole and the odd rumble of a speed bump that you can hear when you drive this. Listen. That's not the sound of car, because the car makes no sound. It makes the sound of your electric toothbrush. The sound is of wind and bad roads. God bless bad roads. God bless bad roads. Does it come complete with any Michael Bublé CDs? Just so you know. So there's some sound. You should do that. The bit you've got to watch is that 28. I mean, ideally, I think you'd watch where you're going. But the 28 tells you how many miles you've got until you need to phone your wife asking her to bring you some batteries or plug a very long lead in, really. So I think now, to work out you lived 32 miles away, perhaps means you should have moved a little bit closer a while ago. 28 miles. 28 miles until having to make one of the most embarrassing phone calls to your wife you'll ever make. Felt a bit guilty driving past, so just thought, you know, because we've seen the future and he's still working there, so nips inside the show garage just to get a bottle of Gareth, really, you know, chocolate bar. So I hope they've got career backups. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be hard, isn't it? When these things take off, it's gonna be hard. Although, yes, we shall still come here to wash our cars on a Sunday. Time now for another exciting feature about the Nissan Leaf electric car. I mean, this just takes any kind of stress and strain out of reversing. You've heard of reversing cameras and reversing sensors. This car is constantly surrounded by a film crew. So the second you put it into reverse, which we should do with the R for reverse. Look at this. Okay, so this camera here, that can be explained. That's the side of the car, sides of the car, so you can see the space. But this camera here, that's the car from above. What? That's the car from space? Who's watching this? And then you reverse, and then so you haven't even got to look out of your mirrors anymore. You can just look in your cameras, which is amazing. So you can quite clearly see that I'm about to hit a Corsa. Look at that. Isn't that good? Look at that the whole time. You can just so you can see the cars a little bit close there. Brilliant. That is good, isn't it? It is a car designed for the laziest of drivers. Anyway, I'm now at the pub, so I'll see you later. As far as I can see, this is the only downside to the Nissan Leaf. The panic that fulfills you when you're driving to work and you realise you've only got 8 miles left. Now, thankfully, we work 7 miles away, so it was alright. This is what you have to do. You have to come to work and you have to plug your car in to your charger at the front and then follow the cable and then rely on a colleague inside to plug it in. Thank you, colleague.
No problem.
There you go. We can't have a brew now for the entire show. The kettle's unplugged because my car's charging up. I mean, toast would be a luxury. Day 3 with the Nissan Leaf. So again, you arrive at work and the first port of call is to plug it in that end, follow the cable down, and then what you got to do is you just got to hope that your colleague's always here. Really. Let's just see if he's in. Brilliant. Morning, mate.
Morning, you alright?
There we go again. So there concludes my 3 days with the fabulous Nissan Leaf. The first automatic, the first electric car we've had on the test drive feature. It's nippy, it's quick, it will beat a Ferrari at traffic lights, so I've been told. The gadgets there's loads of gadgets on board. It's economical, it's the future. The only downside being is you have to plug it in everywhere you go. But so far I've not found any hassle with that whatsoever. So, alright. No hassle whatsoever. It's fine.